Okay. What's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Rimworld. It has been, by my count, 2 years since I recorded a Rimworld playthrough. And I don't think I even uploaded the one I recorded 2 years ago. I don't think so. Yeah, because, I mean, when did Anomaly come out? Oh, no. Maybe I've deleted stuff. Yeah, okay, no, it hasn't been 2 years. It's been like a year. All right, yeah. So about a year. And so, yeah, it's been a while since I've recorded Rimworld. It's been a while since I played Rimworld. I tend to drift away from it for pretty lengthy periods of time. You know, I wouldn't put Rimworld in like my top 5 favorite games of all time. Because honestly, as weird as it is, whenever I get an itching to play a game sort of like this, I just go over to Factorio. They're not really similar other than just like sort of vaguely related to expanding a base and sort of management and stuff, and the fact that they're both really addictive. But yeah, I wanted to do some more Rimworld, so this one we're gonna do as a 40k theme. Vaguely, there's not gonna be massive amounts of 40k stuff going on here, but that's gonna be the vague theme. Sort of combat oriented. We're not gonna start like naked tribal brutality or anything like that. We want to get to the guns, and we're gonna be slaughtering every alien we see, of course, and eating aliens, because why not? And the goal, well, basically the narrative we're gonna say is that we're just some crash landed folks from the Imperium that have landed here on this far flung planet, and they've got to kill everything to try to survive and hopefully build a ship and get off here. So that's what we're gonna be trying to do. So we're gonna try to get the spaceship ending, but we'll see how it goes. So mods, we are running a lot. Well, relatively a lot. We're running 315 total. So I'll just slowly scroll through this. If anyone wants to go through this slowly just to see all the mods involved. My biggest concern is, of course, as always, stability. I haven't really like played with this mod list as it is. I fired it up just to make sure a game loaded, but we're gonna see, you know, long term how it goes. Just a second. Right. So yeah, long term stability is always a concern whenever you go into the hundreds of mods. Something that's looks good, runs well in the first couple hours does not necessarily mean much when you get up to like 10, 12 hours or beyond. So I'll go over some of the notable big stuff starting here at the bottom, and that's Grimworld 40,000. So this is the sort of there's a term I'm looking for. The big focus, I guess, of this theme of 40k. So these are the sort of most up to date 40k mods on the workshop. And so we have various sort of factions that it adds, and it all adds new armor and weapons and things like that. So this is the, let's see, we got Aspectus Imperialis, which is yeah, I mean, pretty well, I don't know, I'd have to go to the Steam store. The Steam play is, man, I'm struggling with words. I'd have to go to the Steam page to tell you what all they add and everything. But Hammer of the Imperium is the Imperial Guard and stuff. Talons of the Emperor is the Custodes and the Sisters of Silence. Angels of Death is Space Marines. Imperial Vehicles. Sabbat's Blight is a Khorne Chaos Cult. And Scattered Suns is Primarchs. I don't know exactly how that's implemented in the game, but yeah, so I just grabbed all the Grimworld 40,000 stuff. Now, on top of that, obviously, we're, of course, using Combat Extended, which, if you're not aware, is a big mod that overhauls how combat in general works in Rimworld, makes it far more sort of realistic, far more gritty, far more lethal. There's a lot of factors that go into, like, a gunfight, from cover to weather to visibility to armor. You know, there's loads of different calculations, and it just overhauls everything to do with combat and just makes it, for me and many other people, far more enjoyable. But it's not for everybody, because it is a bit, if you're looking for a very peaceful sandbox Stardew Valley sort of playthrough of Rimworld, it's not gonna be for you. So then there's a bunch of things that we've added to sort of go along with that, to add more guns, more armor, more mechs, more vehicles, more you know, like exosuits, no more explosives, more turrets, you know, everything. So we've got like some of the gun nut mods. We've got the Dead Man Switch mods, which add a lot of really cool guns and like exosuits and things like that, robots and stuff. One thing that's pretty recent that seems really cool is WASD Pawn, which allows you to control a pawn with WASD and control their gun with the left mouse button, so you can actually aim and shoot like sort of a like a bullet hell kind of thing. I tested it out. It works well. We'll see if it holds up in the long run, because it seems like one of those kind of mods that's really experimental and likely to just break completely. But the little that I tested of it seemed like it's going to be really nice. So that's excellent. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things. We also have a lot more factions and xenotypes. So we have a lot of alien races in the mix, and we're going to kill them all. We've got like insector factions. So this is actually like sort of a humanoid insectoid race that works alongside insectoids and can like be part of their raids and stuff. Yeah, and I tried not to go too overboard, but I did, as usual, just kind of grab everything that looks fun and cool. There were some things I specifically didn't grab because I was like, I'm sort of running a 40k gritty, you know, xenophobic playthrough. I don't need like I don't know, there were some things, you know, like recreational stuff or pacifistic stuff, or, you know, party stuff, yeah, all that sort of stuff. It's just like, no, we're here to just kill things. So vehicles are definitely going to be involved, and hopefully we can get some sweet tanks and stuff. That'll be pretty fun. I'm gonna maybe bump up the map size so we have a little bit more room to maneuver with tanks and trucks and stuff, but that'll be good. Obviously vanilla expanded, I like it. I like most of what they do. They've added some more since I last played, so that's gonna be fun. One thing that I left off that we're gonna be trying differently, I actually did not take vanilla plants expanded, which I almost always take, and that's because we were specifically trying a different mod called VV New Harvest that adds 41 new plants. It came pretty highly recommended, So we're going to give it a try. I don't know if visually it's as good, because the vanilla expanded team has some really good artists. But we're going to give it a try and see how it goes. So we left off Vanilla Plants Expanded. One thing that is also notable is multi-floors. So, yes, you can now add second stories onto your building with staircases. And it's not like... I tried out another mod a while back that just made it, like, look visually as if you were on a second floor in the same building. It was just kind of like a visual trick. No, this is an actual second story to the building. Like a different Z level. Because with Anomaly, they added... well, with version 1.5, they added, like, pocket dimensions that you can actually, like, teleport to. So I guess that's what these are, is that you teleport to a pocket dimension above the first floor. So that's going to be really interesting to try out. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot, obviously, so I'm not going to go over too much else. Most of what you'd kind of expect. Oh, this one I thought was going to be pretty good. Robotic servitude. So if we have a colonist that dies, we can repurpose them into a mech, which seems very on brand for 40k to make servitors. We also have Rimworld. In the past, I've found this to be incredibly buggy, but it still comes pretty highly recommended, and I felt it kind of fit the theme, so we're going to give it another try. I don't know, there's going to be other stuff that just comes up as we play, obviously, that I'll be like, oh yeah, I also have this. Oh, we'll just see how it goes. Yeah, that's all we really need to talk about. All right, so let's do a new colony. And I think we're probably... Well, we could do Crash Landed. It's fine. It's classic. But I also have from some sort of Halo mod, I have the ODST Fire Team start. You start with 2 people. And you get some nice guns, an M90 Cause, an MA5B. So some sort of assault rifle and some sort of shotgun. And you start with ODST armor and helmet. I feel like this is probably a better, more fitting start for our narrative of just like Imperial Guardsmen that ended up here. Maybe better than Imperial Guardsmen. I don't know what we'd exactly be. Maybe we're more like Space Marine Scouts or something like that. Just curious on what it says for our starting tech level. It just says we start as an ODST fire team, so I'm not quite sure the tech level of that. But it's fine. It's fine. We do have something notable for research as well, which we'll get to. All right, so we also have this overhauled storyteller selection that kind of lets you pick, like, sort of it's meant for newer players to kind of be a bit more helpful in helping you choose the type of game that you want. So, fitting our theme, we probably would lean more towards brutal, but I'm pretty nervous because I'm not really that good at Rimworld, so these are going to be kind of tough. I mean, Igor Invader is probably what we would pick, right? Because the only story worth telling is one of combat. He'll send raids every 2 or 3 days. All damage is doubled. Enemies will send reinforcements when colonists are lost. But he'll warn you about upcoming raids 12 hours before they happen and rewards you with good events after swift raid defense. It's probably what we'd want to pick, but I'm just wary. I guess we could do maybe adventure story with Igor Invader. It's mostly just a factor of combat extended with a lot of mods that add new enemy types, like the insectoid mods and stuff like that, and alpha mechs that adds new mechanoid types. With combat extended, their defense values can get pretty insane, and I tend to be kind of a slow player, especially when it comes to research and getting like my turrets up and all that, and getting my kill box set up. So I guess let's try Igor Invader with adventure story. We can always switch storyteller as we play, so we'll do that. And of course, reload anytime because of mods. And all right, so we have a lot of factions in our world. Many different factions added by many different mods. So it's a populated world. We're gonna go a 50% planet and see how it goes. It's gonna take a while to generate. So the research mod, before we get in game, I used to play, you know, somewhat often with semi-random research, which is kind of like Stellaris research, where whenever you're ready to research something, you get the choice of 3 different things to pick from. And you research one of the 3, and then you get a choice of another 3 different things to pick from. And so it's, you know, obviously it has to follow a prerequisite logic. You know, you're not bouncing all around to every different research, but it basically just, because if you play with a lot of mods, it's very easy to just get overwhelmed by dozens upon dozens of research choices at any given moment. And so I find semi-random research kind of helps you focus and just gives you 3 options, pick the best one and just move on, you know? So we have sort of a newer version of semi-random research that looked pretty good. Okay, so here's our planet. Many factions everywhere. It doesn't really matter where we start. We're going to get attacked by everything. And we'll see how it goes. We're not really going to do a whole lot of trading with neutral factions. And I would say in the spirit of the theme, it's like, I guess neutral human factions are okay. Like, we're not here to conquer the planet. You know, we're trying to get off this fucking planet. So we're not just gonna kill neutral humans just because they don't follow the Emperor. You know, we'll let the whole Imperial Guard and stuff handle that later. So I guess we could trade with them. It's not off the table. I would say, though, that, like, humans that attack us, I don't know if we're gonna go through the trouble of, like, healing them and converting them. That doesn't seem like something our group would do. So as far as new recruits, it's going to be people that come to us and want to join us. Is pretty much what it's going to be. As long as they're full-blooded humans and not filthy Xeno scum. All right, so biome. We are playing with alpha biomes as always, so we have plenty to choose from. I don't want to do temperate forest, but I also don't want to do anything too weird. So I actually don't think I'm going to pick one of the alpha biomes. Honestly, I'm feeling a little wintry. I'm feeling a little cold these days. Maybe because summer is approaching. So I'm thinking maybe boreal forest or tundra, to be honest. Because we'll have plenty of predators to kill. And, you know, we want to be armed and dangerous at all times. So I think tundra might be kind of fun. Boreal forest is definitely easier than that, though. If I can find boreal forest. There it is. It's definitely easier. You have warm summers. So you do have a growing period. And you have trees and you have various animals. Whereas tundra, the growing period is pretty light, 20 days. That's it. And you do get large herds of migratory grazers. So you still get some animals and their predators. You're mostly going to be meat eating then. Yeah, let's do tundra. And I think let's just do tundra here. We're somewhat near the talons of the Emperor and whatever the fuck faction this is. Somewhat near the Shattered Empire. We're not really near many friends, but the Astra Militarum is over there. Yeah, I thought about removing those, but it's like, this is a 40k theme. It doesn't really work with our story, but it's fine. Alright, so let's go right in here in this pocket. And, yeah... Okay, I mean, that's probably fine. We get a little bit of the boreal forest creeping in there. All right, let's do that. All right. Ideology. So thanks to another mod, we have basically full... We can do the full gamut for a fluid ideology, which is really great. I always like picking a fluid ideology because I like it kind of evolving as I play, but normally it's heavily restricted in what you can start with. Now you can start with any ideology, and it still is fluid and can evolve as you go. So we're of course going to do authoritarian. Cult of personality is it doesn't really work because I think that's focused on your actual leader of your colony, and we don't want that. And then there's embodied theist, which would be pretty close, but you have to pick a minimum of 2 deities for that. Actually, with this mod, maybe that's different. Let me just check real quick. No, you have to have 2. So we don't want that. So yeah, we're gonna do authoritarian, and then for our memes, we're gonna pick supremacist. Our people should dominate all others. We're gonna pick xenophobia. Suffer not the alien to live, of course. And lastly, we're going to pick human primacy. Humans are the moral center of the universe. There's more that we could pick for sure, like violent conversion. I guess we could also pick, but we start to get kind of redundant. Like all of our things love to slavery and stuff, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, there's others we could pick, like city builders or, you know, progressive or, you know, whatever. But we'll just pick those 3. And what is the name of the... It's the Imperial Truth, right? That's what the religion is technically called. It's got a fancy name, I'm sure. Yes. Oh no, the Imperial Truth is the original. That's the one spread by the Emperor. The Imperial Cult. Yeah, the Imperial Cult, the Cult Imperialis. That's okay. The Imperial Truth is the old school version the Emperor preached. Okay. Yes. I'm probably not going to find a perfect symbol, but we'll go with that. And we'll make it that color. There you go. So, we find alien slavery to be honorable. We prefer to eat aliens, and we find alien races abhorrent. I find that sort of contradictory. We won't tolerate being around aliens, but we find alien slavery to be honorable. So for xenophobia, alien slavery honorable is required. And then we either have to find them abhorrent or dislike them. And if we just drop it down to dislike, it's still pretty bad. Well, no, okay. If we drop it to dislike, that's an opinion, isn't it? Yes, okay. So then they'll have just a really bad opinion of any slaves we have. Whereas if we find it abhorrent, then we always have a -5 mood debuff just being around aliens. Even if there are slaves, I think. So, I mean, it would make sense for us to be abhorrent, but a permanent debuff for having an alien slave, which we kind of have to have, is kind of bullshit. So we'll just drop it down to dislike. Yeah, the alien eating, I can't get rid of. I find it kind of weird, but I guess we can eat aliens. There's some other things that I probably want to adjust for our story. I think we don't care about corpses. We've seen many corpses in our life. Organ use, I think we're probably a bit more pragmatic than that. So, probably change that over to acceptable. I think fungus is also don't care, and nutrient paste is indifferent. You know, I'm just thinking of corpse starch, you know. Diversity of thought. Other beliefs are neither approved or disapproved. Intense bigotry. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's correct. Insect meat, we're still going to despise. I'm not going to tolerate that shit. Dating aliens is forbidden. I think that's all pretty correct then. And then for our roles, the only thing that doesn't make much sense is going to be the master stylist, so we'll just remove that. I'm not going to go too in-depth here on adjusting things. So we'll just roll with that. Okay? That's fine. Alright, so our 2 starters. We only have 2, so we can't cover every ground, every base. Pillar here is iron-willed and an animal hater. So killing animals will please them. Not too good of a shot, though, so I don't think that's going to work. I guess let's look at our other ones. Ryu is a brawler. Very intense on animals. Very intense on crafting. Which, the critical passion actually means that learning speed for anything other than those 2 things is going to be abysmal. And the fact that he has 2 of them means that even both of them are kind of hampered as well. Down to 75%. So, yeah, you probably want to avoid criticals a little bit. Nope. That's a combat stim addiction's not great. No. No, incapable of dumb labor. Super immune, flirty, jealous. And a lot of different symbols here that I've never seen before. Nomadic. Thrives when traveling. Gain extra learning when on caravans or during expeditions. Okay. Crafting is just a natural passion, so that's really good. Cooking, vengeful. Fueled by a desire for revenge. Gain extra learning for 3 days when working after a colony lost like a pawn death. Okay. That's fine. Mining, drunken. The skill is extremely important in a tipsy way. This person will get extra learning the skill when drunk. Drunk mining. And then an apathy in construction. And really, no combat skills to speak of. It's not going to work out with you or invaders. So we got to have 2 characters that are capable of combat. So we have Savage, trigger happy, aiming time minus 25%, weapon handling time 75%, shoots faster than others. A dog person, incapable of carrying, but I don't know. The double, a burning passion and intellectual is pretty solid. That's going to be helpful, and in shooting. Not really great at almost anything else. But not the worst. Let's see what else we can find then. Passion and social, double passion, medical, 16 skill and animal. But I need someone that can cook. This is, and someone that can construct. I mean, yeah, so he's got to. Mining, no, cooking. Yeah, man, they're starting with a lot of like illnesses and scratches and horrible shit. So I need combat skills and some cooking skills. This is a 62-year-old frail woman. Doesn't make sense. All these symbols, synergistic. Enthusiasm and learning skills entice this person to be more open to learning other different skills. But a critical in melee is kind of iffy. I mean, it's not... I mean, eventually we want someone with that, but... I don't want to spend too much time on this. But I don't want some old lady. Not for this, man. Not for this. Give me some shoot. Give me some cooking. Staggeringly ugly, absent-minded, and with an artery blockage. Boy. You may have to settle at some point. Okay. Here we go. Oh, and they're sisters. There you go. This is perfect. Well, we don't have 5 construction, which is pretty bad. But she has a dedicated passion in construction. So she's got 125% learning speed, which is good. And cooking and plants. This is good. Now, what we don't have is anyone capable of medicine. That's probably a big issue. It's probably a big issue. If I could edit, if I was going to edit, I'd probably trade that whole passion and that whole skill set for some medical. But I think I'd have to... Yeah, something like that. Something like that is fine. Okay, just so you have something. You can patch somebody up. Okay. Alright, good. Let's do it. Let's see how it goes. 32 minutes to get started. Oh yeah, I was gonna make maps bigger and I forgot. Like, I always forget. Alright, so we have the Rimworld Victory Challenge. Your arrival to the Rim has sparked the ire of the Talons of the Emperor. Their ruthless faction has fractured the solidarity of the planet. There can be no lasting peace as long as they remain. Your presence poses a threat to their schemes, and they will hunt you until only one of you remains. Eliminate the Talons of the Emperor by destroying all of their settlements to achieve victory. We'll see about that. Okay, so... right now, the temperature is 38 degrees at the start of spring, so we're going to hit growing season here, I think, pretty soon. As for terrain, that is going to help with that. Obviously not much fertile stuff. There's a fertile patch here. Otherwise, we could just kind of go into any sort of... you know, you want to think about defenses pretty quick. We got Igor Invader. It's going to be messing with us. I could see this being somewhat viable as a bottleneck. Or, yeah, I think this area right here is where we're going to want to make our life. And look, we already have caribou here that we could hunt. That's good. That's good. That's good. So let's get a structure going. Oops, we're gonna... let's see. Well, for right now, just allow everything, yeah. And for equipment, right, we have the MA5B, gas-operated automatic rifle. Typically fed from a 60-round detachable box magazine. Weapon's automatic rate of fire is 15 rounds per second. Can be limited to semi-automatic. 3-round burst via fire selector. This has a magazine capacity of 32, though. So, go figure. Range of 55. Okay. And what sort of ammo do we got for that? $19 damage. Okay. It's not a bad round. Okay, okay. And we have the M90 Cause 8-gauge pump-action shotgun. 6-round capacity. And we got buckshot. Yeah, alright. So who's Savage is definitely the better shot, right? Well, right now Andy is, but Savage is gonna get better. So we want her to do the hunting, and I think we want to hunt with the shotgun. So we're gonna do that, and we'll then give her the M1911 as a sidearm, and I think that's it. We don't have any knives. We do have armor, though. Okay. All right, so let's get a... just bunk. Let's get a bunk. Just some sort of house. Furniture. So much furniture. I could actually build just a bunk bed. Get a triple bunk bed. The envy of architects. It actually is slightly less wood to make the double bunk bed over 2 beds. So, sure. We'll bunk it up. We're sisters. I mean, come on. We do have, of course, Dub's hygiene. So we can Oh, that must be... I got so many damn tabs. No, okay. Okay, they took out the thing where you could add a swimming area? Apparently. That's weird. Okay. Or maybe they'll just do it automatically now. We can fish, though. We have water. I also have that mod that automatically allows any creatures, like wildlife, that gets killed on the map. Which, in the past, when I used that, it seemed almost like cheating with just how much free meat you end up just grabbing. So that's pretty good. Good, good. Yes, this is all good. So some of this stuff we're going to want to bring inside. Okay, we've got gloves and apron. That's nice. The apron adds plus 10% to work speed and labor speed. Damn. Harvest botched. We're working on the bed. So we're only going to have a 12-hour notice of a raid, which isn't much notice. All right, let's make a new zone here. And this is going to be foods, manufactured goods, items, weapons, apparel, wood, anything that can't be left outside. That's not under plants. It's under raw resources. Plant matter? No, just wood. And then we want to disable those same things. Okay. Should be good. So yeah, we're going to want to get planting going pretty soon. So let's take a look at our new plants. Oh boy, plenty of options. White turnips. Hardy root vegetable grown for its edible white roots, thrives in cool climates and provides a nutritious harvest once mature. Okay, so looking at 5-day growing period. Yields 14. And, okay, minimum growth temperature of 32, which is standard, so... The factors involved in like that extra thing. Oh no, okay. No, I was reading wrong. So it's a 7-day grow period. You get 6 each. And that's kind of all there is to say. So what I mean is, like, it says thrives in cool climates and provides a nutritious harvest once mature. I don't know how that's at all reflected in the stats. I think Vanilla Plants Expanded does a little bit better. Oh, they're already growing them. So it's hard to say. What else is new? Timothy grass, hardy, fast-growing grass commonly used as a nutritious forage for livestock, thrives in a variety of climates, provides a reliable hay source. Teff plant, small drought-tolerant plant that thrives in arid conditions. Again, based on the stats, there's no way to indicate that, really. That it thrives in arid conditions? I mean, it has a slightly lower fertility requirement, but... I mean... Really, it's like... You'd get one more harvest from each, and it has 4-day grow period instead of 7. So based on stats, I don't know why you'd pick white turnips over teff. Unless there's more than meets the eye here. Which there could be. I don't know. What else do we got from VV? Spinach. Thrives in cool weather. Yeah, I think there probably is a bonus to its growth, depending on the temperature. Because all you get is the min and the max, which is the same for basically all of them. But it's not showing you, like, any bonuses. So I don't think we want to grow teff. We probably would rather do spinach. 3.5-day growth period, 8th harvest, and we're in cool weather. This is probably what we want. Quinoa. Highly nutritious, thrives in cool, high altitude environments. I don't know if we're in high altitude or I don't think we are. But okay. Red cabbage. Thrives in fertile soil and cool temperatures. Interesting that it doesn't have a higher fertility sensitivity, though. Parsnips. Thrives in cool climates. Harvested for its nutritious cream-colored roots. Seems pretty shitty, to be honest. 8-day growth period, 6 harvest yield. It's got a decent amount of nutrition. I mean, spinach is like almost half. But yeah, I guess I'd rather grow twice as much spinach. Millet. Great source of nutrition. Can thrive in poor soil. Again, no adjustment to fertility sensitivity. Does have, you know, a slightly lower requirements. 4-day growth period. 10 harvest for 18 nutrition. This might be what we want to go with. Millet. Drought resistant. Leeks. Mild onion-like flavor. Grow well in cool, damp soil. Okay. Okay. Again, nothing amazing on the stats. Asparagus. Thrives in fertile soil. Provides a nutritious harvest once mature. Doesn't look like it. That's a pretty low nutrition value, so I don't know. Black beans. Rich in protein, grow well in warm climates with plenty of sunlight. Okay. Broccoli. Rich in vitamins, grows best in fertile, well-drained soil. Clover, often used as forage and helps improve soil fertility. Helps improve soil fertility. Interesting. Maybe we want to plant some of this. If we could turn part of this ground into fertile soil, that would be pretty great. Okay, we'll probably grow some clover as well. Artichoke, thrive in mild climates with plenty of sunlight. It's a perennial plant. Amaranth. Highly nutritious, can grow in a variety of climates, making it a versatile crop. Yeah, it also seems pretty solid. And alfalfa. Thrives in well-drained soil, often used as forage for livestock. Okay. That was all the sort of food products. There's also rattan, used for crafting elegant furniture. Occasionally there's a light construction material. Rose hips, thrive in temperate climates, valued for their nutritious vitamin-rich berries. Septimum. Only colonists with the Forsaken Knowledge gene will be able to sow this plant. Oh, that's from Alpha Genes, right. Rami. Used for making durable textiles. Jute. Grown for its strong fibers, which are used in textiles and ropes. At a certain point, it's like, what's the difference? You know, why would I pick one over the other? Dragon fruit. Blackberries. Black currants. Okay. Well, we're gonna do millet here. That seems really solid. And then I think next to that, like here, we're gonna give clover a try. It says it's often used as forage. So I don't know if it's actually of any use to us, but I want to see how it affects soil. We're gonna do that. Yeah, we need a lot more wood, so someone's gonna have to be on that duty as well. And we want to get electricity going, but I don't think anyone can actually make it until Andy levels up her construction. You need construction 4. And I have power poles. Like Factorio. Connect other power poles using the link button. And you get power poles with lamps. We'll see how that all goes. Alright, we should adjust their schedules. Let's see. That's the usual. So we have a lot of packaged survival meals for 2 people. So that's not going to be a real problem for a while. Yep. Time between songs. Why would there ever be any time between songs? I like to hear music when I play video games. So it's not actually counting the bunk bed as the double bed? It's still saying I need beds. That's nice. Savage, what are you good at? Crafting and research. And mining, I guess. Okay, and then I think probably we should have you just do some mining or hunting. But we don't really need food yet, so I guess I'd rather grab some more steel or components. There's some steel, there's some steel. We have a lot of uranium for some reason. There's some steel. Alright, let's just mine that vein. I feel like Andy's going to be a lot busier than you are. Where are you going? Oh, probably going to grab an animal corpse. Yep. Oh, and there's also more steel down here, annoyingly. We do want to set up defenses pretty quick, and to be honest, they may as well be made out of steel. So let's do that. And we could also do reinforced walls for our exterior, which is probably what I should do. Look at how many materials you can make walls out of. Jesus, out of fossils, for Christ's sake. Now that's badass. So, for this wall, because we want it to be impassable, we'll make that out of reinforced. And then for our exterior, that can probably just be a normal wall. I don't know if I really want to interrupt your planting, though. Minor break risks. What's wrong with you? What's up your ass? Disturbed sleep, no alien slaves in colony, soaking wet, ate without table, slept in the cold, darkness, minor pain, bursting. Oh god, okay. We gotta get a little toilet going. Alright, fine. Yeah, I don't have much wood. I guess we don't need to do that. Okay, for now, let's just get a toilet going. A latrine. And a well. And I'm going to chop some wood here. I guess we could also... I could get a campfire going, but I feel like it's going to get really hot really quick inside there. But it's pretty cold out, so let's just do it. We need to build more things. And let's get a table. Need defenses. Yes, I'm aware. Need meal source. I'm working on it. Botched construction. Should we try out WASDA? So you can draft someone, you press Y, and now I can move them and aim wherever I want. And fire. So the cursor will show you if it's like targetable or not, or within range or not. Oh, what? Okay, that obviously broke. Oh, stop it. Oh my god, this gun's so broken. Holy shit, that wasn't correct. Now, was that a problem? Holy shit. Was that a problem with WASDA? Was that a problem with the Halo mod? Or is that a problem with Combat Extended? I mean, obviously it's a problem with Combat Extended, but it's a question of... I mean, when I tested it before on a pistol, it did not do that. I tested with a pistol and the rifle that you start with normally, and they worked perfectly fine. So obviously it's an issue with a modded gun. But yeah, that was something. It's a bit of a bummer because that's going to just obliterate everything we ever encounter. We'll see if it happens if I don't use WASDA, if I just like tell her to hunt or something. Okay. Right. Well, we got our table, we got our toilet. We're okay. How's your construction looking? Almost 5. Man. That dedicated passion is really nice. Okay, so we can get electricity going then. So we should. We've got a good amount of wood here. So I guess we'll just toss that in. And then I had another mod where you can just, yes, hold down shift and click, and it'll conduit the entire building. Pretty amazing. I guess we could talk to the bulk goods trader. Who's our social person? Savage, I guess. Yeah, I don't think they'll buy our guns. Not that I'd really want to sell them, but if it's a broken gun that's just gonna cheese everything, I don't really want to have it. As for stuff to buy, M fuel, components, I think most of the stuff is just like we don't know yet. Could buy a book. Read me a book. Hmm. Do I have money? I don't have any silver. I didn't crash down with any money. Alright, we'll just sell that and get some money out of it. And get social experience from the trade. That's pretty nice. Mad hair. Well, this is a good time for that. Mimus. Dead. I think we'll nix that. We don't need to travel across the map to get that. Good. So we have some power. So now I could put in an actual heater to regulate temperature instead of a campfire. And some lights. But I really want Andy to get these things planted rather than mess around with more construction. And if I'm going to construct anything at the moment, it needs to be our perimeter wall. Getting better at plants, though. And we could start researching stuff. And I think we will once Savage finishes mining all this shit out. But we do need this Archon raid. Dropped right on top of you. They're attacking immediately. Well, that'll be spicy. Let's use this as cover, I suppose. Coog. Okay. So we can recognize that that is very broken. Alright. Let me control you real quick. Okay, that is not broken. So that gun is fine. It's just this shotgun. I don't know why. You know, who knows? But we will nix that. Shame, shame. A flamethrower? Well, that would have been nasty if he had gotten that off. Jeez. Uses replaceable canisters of pressurized fuel canisters. Less encumbering, but needs to reload frequently. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's very fun. And a steel mace. 120 jellied promethium. He's also got some gear on him that we could strip. Including an ammo pack. Nice. Okay, can I just... Fucking learning helper. How do I disable... I think you disable... Oh, our faction. The 16th UNSC Marine Expeditionary Force. No, I need a more imperial name. What chapter do we want to be a part of? I feel like this is a ChatGPT question. Let's go with, let's go with Blood Angels. Yeah, we'll go with Blood Angels. I'm just gonna have ChatGPT come up with a name for our little faction. I guess technically we could just call it Blood Angels, but or one of the many successor chapters. Like I don't know, the Blood Scythes or something. Okay. Well, ChatGPT gave me like 1 billion of them. The Crimson Novitiates will be our name because that sounds cool. And then our settlement, the Papa Military Outpost. Sure, Kilo Military Outpost. Fine. Shit, I was about to do something when it did that. When it popped that up. What the fuck was I about to do? Oh yeah, learning helper. I forgot. Learning helper. Thank you. Cargo pods. A chinchilla fur t-shirt and a chameleon yak wool jungle head bag. Hot diggity dog. Pretty warm out now. This is a very warm section of tundra. 80-degree days heading into summer. Okay. Well, we don't want a campfire with this kind of temperature. So let's get some wall lights. There's also candles, which are made with wood. That could work as well, but we want wall lamps because we're sophisticated. I'll put some wall lamps up, and for temperature, we will put in a wall-mounted cooler right by our beds. Okay, look at that growth rate there. 148%. Now, we do have the rain irrigating, although it doesn't show it as fertile yet. So, I don't know. It just seems pretty good. We're going to get millet before too long. Can we haul these things? Out in the rain. All right, let's build a perimeter. So we're going to want to... something like that. Pillbox coming in hot. That'll do it. Yeah, we're gonna have to build a freezer here. Oh, also get rid of the fucking campfire. Yeah, already having some performance issues during rainstorms. Probably because we have like this flooding mod, you know, that floods the ground around rivers and ponds and stuff. Oh, did we just crash? And then we just crashed. That's really not good because that happens normally pretty rarely in Rimworld. Damn, and it's like so fucking difficult and so tedious to like troubleshoot and figure out what's the culprit and why it's bad and what's breaking it. I would say that flooding mod is probably going to be a pretty key target. But yeah, it's because the game takes like 10 minutes to load, you know, when you have this many mods, and just like doing even the process, like, you know, the usual process of troubleshooting mods where it's like, okay, disable half your list and then see if you crash. But that doesn't crash immediately. That crashes just at some point. So it's like even more difficult to troubleshoot. um Fuck. It's really bad. All right, I'm going to disable some stuff. I'll disable some stuff that's not too essential and stuff that I don't have to like restart the playthrough. And we'll see if we can cut it down and maybe fix the problem. Because I really shouldn't even be having that poor performance that quickly. So something is definitely wrong, and we'll try to figure it out. It really shouldn't be anything with like new races or you know, new weapon. Like it should be. You'd think it'd be something more fundamental than that, but I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? I guess who knows? All right, I'll be back. All right. Well, all I really did was disable the flooding mod, and I actually fixed the shotgun. Someone also, a couple of people mentioned it in the Combat Extended Discord server, and it was a very easy fix. Basically, just changing one word in one of the files for the Halo mod. So I changed that because I looked at the error log before the crash, and it was just flooded with errors related to that shotgun. So I'm hoping that that might have been part of the problem, maybe? I don't know. It seems like it's running a little zippier now for whatever reason. Maybe the flooding mod. But we're going to equip the shotgun again. And hopefully that is all fixed. Right, this was before I did my wall, so we have to redo the wall. Great. I love redoing stuff many times over. Sure is fun. Anyways, we gotta get a freezer going. We want to get some more bedrooms going. And we'll also want to get research going because Savage is going to run out of things to do fairly soon. Oh, also I need to delete that. But yes, most important is the defensive wall, at least so we can have just a bottleneck for anyone that comes into the base to get unloaded upon. As for the whole like second story thing, that's going to be a bit. We'll eventually do that. I'm not sure what we'll do. I'm not sure what we'll make into two-story building. Maybe like our bedroom situation. Our apartments. A lot of botched construction. Also, you're really freaking slow at that. There's another caravan from Shed Eth coming our way, apparently. Well, we might be able to sell them. Yeah, I don't know what we'll be able to sell them. Combat supplier. All right. Well, I mean, probably I should sell the flamethrower because it's just gonna lead to misery, right? I mean, no real happiness will come from it. Yeah, it's only gonna sell for 33 bucks, but it's something. Oh, steal Astartes combat knife. Oh my god. Power fist, power sword, militarum shotgun, lock bolter, 50 cal bolter. Yeah, these are fun things. Fun things I definitely can't afford. Well, I want to sell. Probably shouldn't get rid of my only melee weapon. All right, we'll sell the flamethrower just to get it out of my life and to get some social XP. Although that was really not much. We also need a horseshoe pin. Gotta have your horseshoe pin. Okay. Still getting too cold at night? Yeah, guess. Pair of giant panda have walked in. Well, we could eat those. We are, you know, going through our food. As soon as we can get this wall up. Alright, let's just nix that. All this shit. So we finish the wall. And we want to put in some traps. Animal trap. Quite obvious to humans. Interesting. Not bad. Whoa, what is happening? What are you fighting? Oh, they're fighting each other. That seems pretty serious. Bear trap. So, yeah, nothing really beats the classic spike trap. So that's what we'll be building. They're expensive, though. But it's worth it. Usually you won't encounter something that wipes out the whole lot of them. Getting pretty damn fast at construction. 6 skill now. And now I think Savage is not doing much. So... Alright, let's... production. Simple research bench. Well, I could just turn this cooler around. I don't think it'll actually heat the room to... I mean, it's not quite the same. We would want a, Now, there was a mod that added, like, both, you know, where it could just do both in one. But no, I guess not. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it would do to this room if I just reversed it. Let's find out. Bon voyage. Let's look at research. Here is our semi-random research. So, broken up into different stages of tech. Apparently, we are a spacer faction. Crash landed, we would have been an industrial faction. So we did get a bump on that. But I think that's probably fair, all things considered. So we can learn writing. We can learn to make harps. Or we could learn to make a toxifier generator. Boy, none of these are super appealing, so I think we're gonna go with writing, because we should be able to sell books at the very least. I guess you could sell harps too. Okay, we now need to construct our kitchen, which I think we're gonna just do out of wood. So let's let's do this. Let's do this. This. And this will be... No, you idiot. This. Okay. And then the freezer... something like that. Which I should actually do out of steel. A little better temperature control. Good. Temperature. Well, I guess I could just do the industrial cooler. But is that better? I guess sort of better than just building 2 regular coolers. So we'll do the industrial. This will be foods. Medicine. Actually, medicine doesn't have to really be frozen, does it? I guess it's mostly just food and animal corpses. Until I come up with something else that needs to go in there. Corpses. Human. And then, or animal, but we also probably want alien corpses. Which is gonna be under humanoid hybrid? No. I guess it's human-like. I don't know what it is. Well, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. Okay. And we're going to want a stove in there. And a butchering table. So we'll put a butchering table there. And a boil pot. Used to boil patch leather. Interesting. Electric stove. Okay, and... well... yeah, okay. No, I want the fucking wall light. Thank you. I'll do fine. And then to connect the two, we can put in a power pole. I suppose? Seems kind of weird. Millet grain. Small, nutritious grain, perfect for baking or cooking. Can be used in many dishes from porridge to bread. Yeah, okay. Lasts quite a while. Unrefrigerated, lasts for 60 days. That's pretty good. That's a whole year. Hostile force spotted. Scouting party of the Mapwo Nation with 50 combat power. Coming in 0.7 days. There's also a strange drop pod. Right, overgrown, which is generating a terraforming life form. We probably need to go put a stop to this. we'll take the buckshot now that I fixed it. Oh shit, that scared me. Gotcha, bitch. Okay, just, well, no, don't do that. Melee it. Got it. Okay. It scared the shit out of me, man. Yeah, I don't think I want to eat that. I guess I could. But no, we will pass on that. Alright, I mean, I guess Savage can level up her plant skill. It's not the end of the world. We're not out of food, so this isn't... It's not the end of the world if she botches some stuff. Okay, she's botching a lot. Okay, she's botching quite a bit. There's the raid, attacking immediately. Now, chances are he won't get through the front gate. She won't get through the front gate. She's got a Mach 10. Pig girl with a Mach 10. Boom. Boom. Why wouldn't you flee, you stupid bitch? Alright. Pork baton, a marble hammer. Mach 10 and 120 rounds. Mind if I do? I know we have low food. You think I'm not aware of these facts? So now this is an alien, right? I mean, we're counting this as a... Definitely... Well, no, I mean, it says human. It gives human leather. It's a human. It's a human. It's a mutant, really. It's not an alien. And we don't eat mutants. We eat aliens. So we kill it, for sure, but we're not going to eat it. Connects. It's connected. Yep, that is connected. Okay, yeah. We'll get there. What are you going to get? Steel. Oh, we still had steel. Can't you just haul all of this? Thank you. See, that's using your noggin. You guys got to use your noggin. Genetic research lab. Yeah, I mean, that would be fun. But I gotta get my shit situated at home before I do anything else. Alright, I think fine meals is probably what we're looking to achieve. Set it to 6 for now. So we will want to do some butchering. Clover hay. Dried hay made from clover, rich in nutrients. Popular feed for livestock, especially for cattle and rabbits. Yeah, so this is not going to be too edible for us, I don't think. No, cannot cook with that. But did it make my soil fertile? Doesn't seem to have done so. Kind of a waste. Let's not replant that. Although, we're not going to get much else out of this. If I was going to plant anything, it'd probably just be more millet. Because we don't have much time. You need either millet or just rice. But millet lasts longer. And has apparently a bonus for this temperature. So... a Militarum trader from the Imperial Guard. Just checking in on us. I also want to haul this stuff. And strip the maid. Okay. Oh, they'll buy my jellied promethium. Let's sell that. We don't need that. We could buy a slave. Okay. Do you have any aliens? Let's see now. Human. Saurids. Give human. What is it? What is an alien exactly? How do I determine what an alien is? I'd have to sell quite a bit to afford a slave. Oh, there's corpse starch I could buy. Get shit. I mean, this is like everything that I want to have, you know? Like, I want to buy all this stuff. Cadian armor and shit, and las carbines. Like, I want all this stuff. Well, I could sell the 45 ACP, but I wouldn't get much out of it. So I'd have to sell components to be able to buy the cheapest slave. And it's like, would I even want him? He's a hussar, which means that he's addicted to Luciferum. Or no, he's addicted to go juice. He's got a genetic dependence on it. I mean, he's hella dangerous, but why would I want that? I'd rather have Phoebe as a research bot at night. But I just can't. I can't afford that shit, man. Even if I sold every last one of my components. Yeah, I would be nowhere close. So unfortunately, I just can't. Damn. Yeah, we gotta get our money going. So if they consider that to be an alien, I don't know if they do. I don't know if he does. I don't know what's considered an alien or not. What the fuck is an alien? Did I really run out of steel completely? How? Holy shit. I wouldn't have really thought that would have happened already. But it did. So I've got to now go mine more. Which pretty much is pointing to... Oh, God. I guess I should put in a back door. Shit. It would have to be a pretty solid door. But I don't have reinforced doors. Reinforced walls. No reinforced door. I mean, obviously, it's just make it out of a better material. I guess I could mine some uranium and make it a uranium door. Which has 250% max hit points. That's probably what we want. Yeah, uranium will be better than steel. Okay, we'll mine some uranium and make a uranium door. We also are going to have to chop more wood here. Also, I should probably put in a mass grave, although we are not bothered by corpses, so it's not the biggest problem. I need Andy to start planting crops pretty soon. Also, can we just refuel his generator real quick? Also, we're out of food. Andy just has a lot on her plate. She's a little too useful compared to Savage. Oh, raw food. Yeah. Let's nix the whole raw food prospect. Raw millet. Yummy. There you go. There you go. Look at Andy go. Alright, let me put cooking at a slightly higher priority. I feel like you're not respecting my authority. Oh, fuck, that's right. Find meals are frickin' 6 skill. Okay, well, we got meals. And now we can put in a door. A uranium door. Nearby settlement, Shohatyo, has a special artisan trade request. They would like to purchase 60 sake. Worth 1,500 bucks. You can send a caravan to get shooting skill trainer, range shield belt excellent, Chris Vector Gen 2, with 150 ammo, 66 plasteel. Or prestige marine helmet excellent, infinite deep chem reactor. Jeez. Or 41 goodwill. Obviously, we can't do that. Biotech Xenotype Lab, and raid from the Purple Empire, attacking immediately. 4 of them. Well, that jumped up. What? With rocket launchers? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Why didn't I keep the flamethrower? We're fucked. They got guns and heavy armor. Like, where is the balance? Also, I have no cover. I have to use fucking rocks as my cover. This is gonna be a shit show. They're gonna walk through all my traps. Barely getting harmed. We actually killed one. Holy shit. What are you wielding? Why are you wielding that? Fuck you! Fuck you! Did we get him? Holy shit, we got him. Wow. Okay. I thought they would be way hardier, but our guns are pretty damn good. Now, usually these guys don't ever convert. Seems like he might convert, though. Well, we don't really have to convert him if we keep him a slave. This is a genie. This isn't a human. I'm not really in a good position to, care for somebody at this point, though. We're just gonna strip them. And you are going to have to self-end. You actually didn't take too much harm, and Andy didn't get injured at all, shockingly, even though one of them had a rocket launcher. And we handled that really well. That is an outlier in the world of Combat Extended. I thought that was a reload for sure. Crazy. Oh, one of them got up. Oh, right into a trap. Thanks, asshole. Plenty of goodies, man. Jeez. Nice. Dude, we are pretty fucking solid. No storage space. Yeah. We will make this... We'll make a proper storage house soon. I'm contemplating. Well, I don't think we can just enslave him straight out. We have to capture him and then enslave him. Also just execute him, which would make us feel better. Also, we have a hostile warband from the Purple Empire coming. Great. Yeah, I'm actually gonna remake this. Where's that option? Replace wood. I don't have much steel, so I'm not going to waste it on that right now. Okay. I have to, like, convince him to be my slave. Okay, a group of Imperials preparing for a while. He's got an actual shield. 2 shield belts. 1 melee, though. Okay, no rocket launchers, and we have a rocket launcher of our own. So, there's that. Or I thought we had a rocket launcher of our own. I don't see it at the moment. Maybe they took it with them? Shit. Well, that was an advantage I thought we'd have. Doesn't look like it. Okay, well, jeez. We'll just have to hope for the best then. I didn't think we'd have to deal with 2 of these in one go, but here we are. Get what sleep we can. Very solid. Guns are shredding. Shield belt. Gone. It's coming in hot. Good. Ow. Also, our armor is really fucking good. What happened to your... Oh, you ran out of ammo? Yes, you ran out of ammo. Okay. Alright, well, let's get you this UMP. Okay. Good fucking craft. And I'll fucking control you. Oh god, you're moving like a snail. Not that. There you go. Alright. Well, we made it again. We're getting a lot of loot. That's for damn sure. Jesus. We got too much. We got too much, man. I gotta make a whole nother storage section here. Ah, oh, food poisoning. Shit. We gotta get this guy enslaved, man. Well, we're still here. This start, like with these weapons and armor, really pretty damn solid. Because you saw, like, the UMP did not really shred his shield, I think, the same way that our MA5B did. Yeah, I know. Life's not so hot at the moment, but we got a slave. His will's been broken. Ugh. Didn't you enslave him yet? I can emancipate him. Haunted library. Again, if I was in a position to do that, that would be great, but I'm not. Prioritize enslaving. Got his ass. He's accepted. He's accepted his enslavement. Good. Alright, yeah, I mean... You know, we'll just keep a watch on him. And he can do a bunch of things, I imagine. He's really good at mining, so we'll do any of that. And crafting, machining, refining. Slaves are not allowed to research, which is a bummer. I'm not quite sure the logic behind that. But he can cook. Yan can cook, so he will do that for sure. Because Andy has enough in her life going on. What did you go all the way out there for? Also, why do I have fucking scorpions inside my place? Nobody likes that. I'm gonna have to kill those bastards. You should be on the same schedule. Also, are we now happy because we have an alien? No, it says we have no alien slaves. He doesn't count as an alien. What the fuck? Then I just enslaved him for no reason. He's also royalty, apparently. All his rivals died, so he's very happy. Alright, I don't know what constitutes an alien, then. I really have no idea. I thought anything that wasn't a baseline human. But now I really have no idea. I feel like I'm probably gonna have to kill this, but it seems dangerous. It seems kind of dangerous. Shit. And everything got damaged. Savage just goes around cleaning things. Surely we can put research. Oh, yeah, surely we can put that at a higher thing than cleaning. We want research to happen. That's right, Deimos, you gotta be in the poo room. Because I said so. Alright, let's... Andy, let's put deconstruct and construct higher than repairing. You know, Igor and Vader had said it was going to give me rewards. I don't know if we've really seen a whole lot of that yet. Except I had a caribou self-tame. And I suppose we have a lot of loot. I guess that's its own reward. Oh, Andy is now smoking smoke leaf. Great. There's a barb slinger hunting Andy for food. I guess we're gonna see how well this handles. But you have a shield belt on. Oh, it doesn't prevent the wearer from firing out. Oh, okay. Nice. Although I chewed through fucking ammo. Bulk goods trader from Shadeth coming in. Excellent. Okay, what I don't need you doing right now is botching construction. Why are you going... Fuck. Alright, well, job done. We knew that was gonna happen. Oh my god, you're like sleeping for a decade. Holy shit. Suppress him. And then trade with these nice people. Oh, does he still have... Do you have food poisoning? Fuck. Alright, we'll sell that and a lot of these poor quality bullshit things that we're not gonna need. Yeah, it's good enough. I don't know if we want to buy anything like fungal weevils or a book. I guess books are good, right? Recreation gain. I mean, I could write my own book if I ever did research, but sure, I'll buy a book. I thought the solar flare ended. Why do we not have power? I thought the solar flare ended. I mean, the electric stove is working. What the fuck is happening? What? Sure. What is happening? I don't need that anymore anyways. We gotta put in an actual heater. I gotta end this video though. I just keep playing and playing, but I gotta end. So we're just gonna stop. Just stop. All right, good stuff. Some bumps there. It hasn't crashed. It didn't crash again, so that's good. I'm glad we solved that. Yeah, I'm really shocked at what we've killed already, because we really... I mean, it's good, I guess. We're already capable, and it's just going to get more and more intense from there. So I guess that's good. We don't have to work our way up to that point. Yeah. I'm not gonna play anything on my own just yet. We'll get to that, I'm sure, but things are still pretty tentative at this point. For now, though, my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Rimworld with Grimworld 40K, and I will see you fine folks in the next part.